All right, it's the 20th day in February 2019. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this special program brought to you from the stables of Onelife Initiative and the global media campaign to end FGM. Let's begin this way. What is FGM? FGM is an acronym for female genital mutilation, which is the partial or total removal of the female external genitalia for non-medical reasons. Now, this is a barbaric practice, and the act has been banned even in Nigeria. The government of Goodluck Jonathan finally outlawed FGM in 2015, but then reports reveal that even years after the ban, the practice still remains rampant in Nigeria. My name is Moni Nkola Ogidon. I'm not the one on the show today. I have someone with me, and together we will be x-raying these facts about FGM. I'll come back to introduce my guest, but first, let's listen to this pathetic FGM story.
It happened in 2002 during the Easter festive period. I went to Oyo town to visit my grandma. I met with my other cousins. They also came around to celebrate the Easter with grandma. One of them came with her mother, my aunt. One day, I overheard grandma asking my aunt if her daughter, my cousin, had been circumcised, and my aunt replied that people no longer circumcise their girls. Grandma replied that circumcision is not bad, and asked if my aunt was not circumcised. I did not pay much attention, but I heard my aunt say okay. Towards evening that same day, a man and a woman aged 50 or so came into the house. They were wearing Ankara and came with a sack. Grandma introduced them to us, and we were about 4 girls of the same age. She said they came to see us and want to check if we were virgins, and also to do something special for us that will benefit our future husbands. We were scared, but our visitors told us not to worry, that it would just take few minutes. The sack the circumciser came in with contained different kinds of instruments. My cousin was led in first. We heard her scream, and it took about 40 minutes before she came out, in between which one man was invited in to join them inside the room. I realized that the man joined them to hold her down so that she could be mutilated. The circumcision was performed on Mama's table, where she keeps stuff and plays her lantern. Within 40 minutes, the female circumciser was rushing in and out for water and cotton wool. Then I noticed that something was not right. When my cousin eventually came out, she could barely walk. Her clothes were stained with blood. Grandma told me I'm next and that I should enter the room. I ran, and my 2 other cousins followed suit. We came back at night. My cousin that was mutilated was in great pain. She could not sleep. She was crying, and her bleeding did not stop. We took her to hospital early the next morning, and by then we had to place a towel on the seat, but she could not make it. She died on the way. The parents were sad, and the mother could not forgive herself for consenting to FGM. The family could not prosecute the circumciser without implicating grandma. My late cousin was 16 years. Mama was sad about the whole incident, but she strongly believed that another woman who lives in front of the house was behind the mishap. According to her, the woman has a mirror which she monitored her movements. She said the woman was unhappy with her because she is blessed with grandchildren, and the other woman was without one. The whole incident places a lot of strain on the family relationship even till now.
Onelife Initiative for Human Development gathered this story from her field work on FGM,
supported by Global Media Campaign to End FGM.
This testimony was read by Awoshika Oluwajedalo Ayomide.
Nigeria has the highest number of female genital mutilation cases worldwide. Circumcising our girls and women has serious health implications. It is an infringement on the rights of women and girls. Do you know that female genital mutilation is a major cause of birth complications, maternal mortality, infections and diseases, and the inability to enjoy sex? Please hear this. It is not true that circumcising girls and women prevents promiscuity. Remember, A harm done to a woman is a harm done to the whole nation. Let's join hands to keep our girls and women safe by putting an end to female genital mutilation in this generation. This message is from Onelife Initiative for Human Development. For more information, call 0829 423 2675.
Welcome back. You can also be a part of the show by calling our studio lines 0908 177 8793 0816 251 9991. I'll take the numbers again 0908 177 8793 0816 251 9991. And of course, if you want to share your stories with us, please feel free to do so. We assure you of utmost confidentiality. The number to call to share your FGM story with us or someone else's story that you feel could be helpful is 0809 423 2675. Again, 0809 423 2675. Let me now turn to my studio guest, a passionate FGM activist, a lawyer, and she is the State Counsel, Ondo State Ministry of Justice, Akure Jumoke Ogunjebi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Moninkola.
Okay, let me begin. You listened to that FGM story. What was going through your mind as you listened?
Oral. Yes.
Okay.
Fear, and I felt sad. Yes.
Beyond the sadness, I'll come back to talk about it. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Am I on to Adaba?
Yes, you are. Hello, we can hear you. What's your name? Okay, I was listening to you. We lost that call. The numbers to call once again 0908 177 8793 to be a part of the show. You can also call 0816 251 9991. Hello.
Hello,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Olalekan.
Olalekan, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Ore.
Ore. Okay.
Well, I first was thought about this story I just heard now.
Sorry?
I first was thought about the story I just heard now.
Have you ever heard about FGM?
No, I was just hearing it for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And now you know it's an harmful practice.
Yes.
Are you married?
No, I'm pregnant.
Okay, and of course, it's important to enlighten people who are not yet married, who would definitely have children, girls, and going ahead to circumcise these girls is not. It's not supposed to be, and it shouldn't be, and people should know. Okay, Jumoke, let me come back to you. You were saying.
I felt horror from the story because I could imagine what the girl who died went through. No anesthesia,
pain reliever,
no anesthesia during the process, and she had to scream all through the curtain, and even after the curtain, she was bleeding and eventually died. I was imagining the amount of blood she lost, or she would have lost. The pain that will be in her heart, the fact that she just came to spend holidays with her grandma. And then she was put through that process and then passed on. It's really a very horrible story. Very horrible.
I think we have another caller here. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. What's the name?
My name is Sunday Obagunda from Ajowa Koko.
Okay, go ahead, Sunday. We're listening.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question.
Yes.
I do hear about this female mutilation, but I just want to know the essence of doing all these things because I don't understand the thing that.
Sunday, is this the first time you're hearing about female genital mutilation? Okay, Sunday is gone. I don't know if Jumoke has something to say to his question.
Okay, yes. And for the guy who said he's just hearing of female genital mutilation
for the first time,
I want to say he already knows about it. He just doesn't know it is called
female genital mutilation.
Yes, it is circumcision of females. It's a genital cutting for females. It is unacceptable. Even in the Bible days, there's no record of any female who was circumcised. So although I don't know where we got our own practice from, but we are doing it, and it is gory. It affects women's health in a number of ways. It affects childbirth. It affects even their
and it's
sexual
even one of the leading causes of maternal mortality.
It's one of the leading causes of maternal mortality, and it is the underlying cause of divorce currently. You know, couples will never talk. And when you get to the root of it, you realize that sexual intercourse is just the underlying problem in the marriage. And then it's one thing leads to the other, it gets to divorce. And by the time you get down to discussing these issues, you realize that the problem is basically female genital cutting of the wife that has led to a series of problems in the home. It exposes women to more infections. Women who have experienced female genital cutting, most of the time when they use a toilet in a friend's house, they come back with infections because their body is opened up to a series of infections and host of organisms.
We have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon, we can hear you.
This.
All right, we lost that call. The numbers to call once again, 0908-177-8793 and 0816-251-9991. If you want to share your own FGM story with us, or someone else's story that you think we need to hear about, the number to call is 0809-423-2675. Again, 0809-423-2675. I'll take another break. When I come back, we'll take more calls. Jumoke is still here with me in the studios, and we're doing this together.
Nigeria na him be oga for the wahala of court of punani for the world wey oyibo man dey call female genital mutilation FGM. Mama pale plus everybody dem. Make I tell una say if you dey do this kind bad thing, na be say una dey trespass on top our girl pikin plus women dem right to. This kind bad thing sef dey make women no dey fit born pikin. Dey make omoyan no dey sweet for them. Even sef fit cause make woman kpai. Make una no forget say na ogbonge lie so woman pikin wey dey no cut her punani go dey follow man up and down. And make una remember say woman wey wan follow man go dey follow am wella. Country people, time don reach o wey dis kind yamayama thing must stop. Oya, make we gather and join body come pursue dis kind thing comot for we area patapata. Make we see say our girls and women dey safe papampa for dis court wey oyibo man dey call female genital mutilation. Also say injury to one woman na injury to we society o. This message na from Onelife Initiative for Human Development.
All right, welcome back. It's still a special program brought to you by Onelife Initiative and the Global Media Campaign to End FGM. I still have Jumoke right here, and there's a basic fact about female genital mutilation. Isn't it surprising that in this day and age, some people do not even know that there is something called FGM?
Yes, it is very surprising. And I'm tempted to propose that maybe we should stop calling it female genital mutilation. We should just call it female circumcision.
Okay, that way people will be able to relate with it.
People understand these things, because I've heard of recent practices, even in the hospitals, where people just coin some young mothers into circumcising their female children, the female newborn. And reason being, they agree because they don't know that this is the same FGM we are talking about. They believe it is just circumcision. When they are conversing, they say it's circumcision. But in actual fact, it is a mutilation. It is a destruction of the female genitalia as it is, because it's to never function appropriately
the way it should,
the way God created it.
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, well, that's the call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
I listened to your program.
Okay.
And my contribution is...
What's your name, first of all, and where are you calling us from?
Balaji.
Okay, where are you calling us from, Balaji?
I'm presently calling from Ondo, driving to Akure.
All right, we're listening to you.
Yeah, my contribution is this: if the government has banned something, and it seems the people are still doing it, then what is left is for awareness campaign by the NGOs and other agencies concerned so that this practice will be stopped. But as long as we keep on, just as the presenter said, the name, many may not know what exactly you're talking about, at least the traditional ones. But when you mention that FGM means
circumcision,
right, we now realize that they are still talking about the normal circumcision that is known about. So based on that, let there be more awareness, let there be more sensitization, and then people will stop it. I think that is better.
Thank you so much, Balaji, for your contribution. Jumoke, let me turn to you. You're a lawyer. Have you ever prosecuted someone for performing this act?
Unfortunately, no.
Have you ever heard of anyone being prosecuted for performing this act?
No, there's not been a report. I think we should go back to that stage. Has there been a report?
Okay.
Thanks to the man who called. Some NGOs have gone out before now. I am aware that there have been several sensitization programs, some at the marketplace and even in the hospitals where people are sensitized, and there are even advocacy visits that FGM should be stopped. Unfortunately, this thing is a matter of belief. We believe that women must be subjected to a little form of force, to a little form of degradation to subdue them. And FGM is a process that subdues a female sexuality. That's the whole idea. So that they don't become, they are not, I will regard it as to bring down the libido of a woman, so to say. That was the explanation I got from a traditional practitioner some years back, to bring back the libido of a woman so that she doesn't go out there in a bit to say, okay, I don't want a woman to practice prostitution, and so the best way is to kill her sexual interest. So that's the underlying intention towards FGM. But then it is wrong. And before the Jonathan regime, I must say this, that there's a law in Ondo State that prohibits female genital mutilation. The law is as old as 13 years because it was passed in 2005, and it is the harmful traditional practices affecting the health and welfare of women and children law in Ondo State. It prohibits female circumcision either at birth or at puberty or at adulthood. That is up to 18 years of age. And in that law, it states that anybody who is found and prosecuted upon conviction is liable to 2 years imprisonment. So I wonder why our people are not making reports. As a matter of fact, we find homes where once the woman is not interested in doing the cutting of her child, she stays away from family. They break off family contact to avoid the discussions, to avoid rancors and all that, because we have incidents like the story that was shared. We have incidents of some elderly women in the family who just take your child out for cutting without your knowledge, and then they come back to tell you it is something they needed to do and all of that in very crude places.
We have another story we should listen to, and we'll be back again. Stay with us.
I want to tell you about my story on female genital mutilation. When I was about 5 years old, I was living with my grandma. They did genital mutilation for me. One day, my grandma woke me up to take my bath. I agreed. After taking my bath, brushed my teeth, she called and I responded. Unfortunately, she told me to follow her. I followed her. She laid me down on the mat. The circumciser removed one object from his bag, but to my surprise, they cut something from my vagina. It was very painful. For 3 months, I was very sick. I went through so much pain. When I asked about why I was circumcised, people told me that I had to be cut to remove germs. If I ever come back a second time to this act, I will not allow anyone to cut me again. Now, when I want to urinate, it feels like hot water is poured into my private parts. I have difficulty urinating. Female genital mutilation is a bad thing. This is my story.
Onelife Initiative for Human Development gathered this story from her field work on FGM.
Supported by Global Media Campaign to End FGM. The survivor's story was read by Oluwabukola Oyetayo.
All right, welcome back. It's still my FGM story, and I have with me Jumoke on the show. We've had a lot to talk about. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a big part of the show, but of course we're still here and we're taking calls on the program, allowing you to make your contributions. And the studio lines to call 0908 177 8793 0816 251 9991. We'll take some calls and then we'll come back to talk about hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, we lost that one. 0816-251-9991 090-8177-8793. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Mr. Friday. I come from Iluchitu.
Iluchitu. Okay, Mr. Friday, go ahead with your contribution. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. I can hear you, Mr. Friday. Okay, I lost that one. Jumoke, you were talking about the recent law in Ondo, the old law in Ondo State that bans the act.
Yes, thank you. I was highlighting what the law says in respect of female genital mutilation. The law actually prohibits a host of events that are experienced by women and children who are vulnerable in the society. But one of them, in fact, the law went ahead to define what it means by female circumcision, to include either a partial or total removal of the female genitalia.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who is speaking with us?
Adaba.
Yes, you are. Okay, I think we're having network issues, which we are not enjoying. But of course, hello, good afternoon. Keep the calls coming in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Auntie Money.
Good afternoon. Please, can you move away from your radio set?
Okay, ma. Is it okay now?
I think so. It's better.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Mr. Nowala from Kuta.
Mr. Noala, it's good to hear you. What's your contribution on the show?
Yeah, my contribution according to what because I did not on my radio in time. So concerning the issue of constitution of gears, even I myself, my daughter, she did not circumcise. So some people complain that if somebody, if a woman is not circumcised, it will make the woman always following man anyhow. So I don't think that is true because that thing is very, very painful. If it is man that they can easily see, that was different. But woman, I don't think that there is anything bad there to be disturbing the lady, say that they want to circumcise or something like that. So if you circumcise, no circumcised woman, it doesn't mean anything.
All right, Mr. Noala, thank you so much for your contribution. Jumoke, you have a thought there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Noala. Yes, his contribution to real, but made me laugh because of the language he used, that the woman will always follow man. And I want to ask, the women we have currently who take, we call it prostitution. They call it something else. They call it maybe Ministry of Happiness, Enjoyment and whatever. But the women who do this thing, this job we call prostitution, were they not circumcised?
Many of them.
In fact, with that generation, the generation we're currently talking about,
yes,
I can assure you that if we find out, I'm sure 99.9% of them would have been circumcised. And yet, that is a business they have chosen to do.
True.
So how does circumcision
Let's make this our last call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're our last caller on the show. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Joseph from Ekene Kogi.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly, your contribution. Okay, we lost Joseph's call there. Probably we'll just take one more before we go. 08162519991. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon.
I am calling from
Sorry?
I am calling from
Opayemi, quickly, your contribution.
Please, I just want to thank you much for this particular program that I just had this evening. I don't like I just get a daughter of 9 months old. I was just
Okay, we would really appreciate. I don't know if it's is your radio beside you or something. We want to hear you clearly, but there's a little bit of distortion over there.
Okay. Now I think it will be better now.
Okay, yes, it is. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was just trying to thank you for the program.
Okay.
I don't really know much about it before because I'm a young guy just getting married and get back. And we thank God I'm getting a 9-month-old. I was even arranged with my wife that we should just put that in immediately so that before the girl getting old. So she will not get. She will not be.
She won't go ahead with the practice.
So I was even planning that thing with my wife. That we should just do it very.
Imagine.
Okay.
Imagine.
But not knowing that it is not good.
It is not. It is not. It is not.
So I thank you for the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you as well. You know, Jumoke, we really have to go now. Time is not on our side. You want to say something?
Yes, I want to give my parting shot here. I want to thank Okwemi for opening up, and I want to say that it is criminal to circumcise a female child or a female adult. It is criminal under our laws, and it has no health benefit for any female. It has no benefit at all for them. Rather, it depresses a woman, and then it does not allow them to achieve life's goals for them sexually. Thank you.
Before we go on the show, let me quickly give out the number again. 0809-423-2675. 0809-423-2675. That's the number you can call to tell us your FGM story or someone else's story that would also help to break the culture of silence around FGM. Thank you to everyone who shared their stories with us. Thank you to everyone who called in on the program. Thank you to my studio guests as well, Jumoke Ogunjebi, State Council, Ondo State Ministry of Justice, Akure. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me.
All right. Finally, a big thank you to the sponsors of this program, Onelife Initiative for Human Development and the Global Media Campaign to End FGM. My name is Monique Konlao Gidon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.